Well, it's official. I finally paid for my Morphicon Silver Ranger badge, and now I'm finally able to go to Power Morphicon. So, what better way to celebrate than reviewing a Transformers toy that you can probably not be able to find anywhere. I'm gonna get killed for that, aren't I?
What up, tubers? ZeltraxMillenium here, back with a brand new video review. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy the video.
Hello YouTubers, ZeltraxMillenium here, back with a brand new review for you. This time we're taking a look at Transformers Prime R.I.D. Deluxe Ratchet. Now, like with what I said in the beginning of the video, you probably can't find this toy anywhere due to HASBRO short packing. They short packed this toy to one a box, and I just, I hate when they do this. I finally found that dang Viacom version 2 out by my local Fred Meyer, and due to me seeing Amazing Spider-Man ahead of time, I only had like $5 left in my wallet, and I couldn't get the dang thing. Hopefully that Viacom is still there by the time I'm able to get out next week. So, yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at Ratchet. Now let's get these two little things out of the way because they kind of tick me off. These are Ratchet's knives for when he's in robot mode, and they can also plug into the front of his car mode via this as attack blades. Yeah, that's incredibly stupid. And like I saw with the return of TJ Omega's Rush reviews, which are very cool, I highly suggest you check them out, you can actually tab them into the underside of the car mode, so that way you can have easy storage, which is nice. And also, something else that you might have noticed with these weapons, get it out of there, is that these things are bendy plastic. HASBRO, what the heck were you thinking? A lot of people have commented on the fact that these weapons are bendy plastic, and I can possibly see where Hasbro is going with it, because if they're made of soft plastic, kids won't poke themselves with it. Seriously, it's got a dull edge, and even if you make this into a hard plastic, they won't be able to cut themselves with it. It would be too dull. Like, why? 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 Ugh. This is why people have been going to upgrade kits, Hasbro, so that way they can fix this little mistake. Anywho, let's take a look at the car mode, shall we? Ratchet's car mode is a really nice kind of ambulance mode. It's kind of like an evolution of the ambulance mode from Transformers Animated, and this Ratchet is more definitely based on animated Ratchet, which I really like. I especially like the times when I actually met the guy who voices Ratchet in Transformers Prime at BotCon 2011, and he is so amazing. He even did that famous line with Kevin Michael Richardson, who also voices Bulkhead, that famous line, "Bulkhead, I needed that!" God, I love that line. Anywho, yeah. You may have also noticed that this thing is missing a lot of paint apps, and that it is missing paint apps. The little ambulance heartbeat thing's not here. There should be a little bit more orange on the whole thing. The license bar looks kind of pathetic. And yeah, the whole paint job of this toy is just underwhelming. The white's nice, and the orange that's there is nice, but everything else, and oh, nice silver here too. But everything else is just meh. I have actually been on TFW 2005 a couple of times, and I have actually seen a user by the name of Cheetamus Prime customize this toy into a more show-accurate Ratchet, and his custom looks amazing. I will definitely provide a link to that custom in the description box below. So yeah, without further ado, it rolls nicely. Let's go into robot mode.
light piping!
And now we got Transformers Prime Deluxe Ratchet in robot mode, and as you can see, his robot mode really looks more accurate to his animation model. I really like that. Though the paint work is also pathetic. Just to give you a kind of a clear example of how custom jobs can improve a figure, here's my custom Knockout. And you remember the way that Knockout originally looked before? Now look at my custom job. Doesn't that look amazing? So, yeah. And in terms of a size comparison, Ratchet is, if I can actually get the staff out of the way, Ratchet is a tiny bit taller, including the little spikes here in it. Yeah, Ratchet is about the same height as Knockout here, which is nice in scale, and I like that. So yeah, Knockout will just stay in the background for now. Here's a better look at Ratchet's detailing, and the detail on Ratchet looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, like I said that the paint job was absolutely pathetic, it is pathetic. There's paint missing on the top of the legs here. Thankfully, I got a Ratchet that didn't have the misassemblage of the calves here, if you can call it that. The orange paint on his forearms are missing. The ambulance sign is still missing. The rest of the orange on his shoulder pads are gone. There's only the one little bit for the front. The legs are not finished at all. And this is another thing. Like with Knockout over here, the instructions for Ratchet are absolutely flipper pathetic. You actually have to transform the legs like this, so that way this little translucent tab right where my finger is, or where my thumb is, can come down and clip into this part right here. So that way it'll bulk out his legs and make his legs a little bit more accurate to the animation model. So there is that, and his feet, pathetic. But yeah, Ratchet does have knee spikes, but they kind of stick at times when you move the knee. It's not as difficult as, say, Wheeljack, maybe, but oh well. Speaking of that, let's get into Ratchet's articulation. His articulation is actually pretty good. He's got a ball-jointed shoulder, which is a little bit stiff. Actually, it is stiff. I can feel it fighting me every time I move the shoulder. Oh well. In and out movement here. 360 shoulder. I have a feeling that ball joint's going to break, so I'm going to have to add some shock coil to it. It's got a upper bicep swivel right here. A bend at the elbow here, and then look at the top of the bicep. Another bend. Double jointed elbows. I think it's awesome. I like it. He's actually got a waist joint, though it's a bit restrictive, to be perfectly honest. His legs are gladly on ball joints, so they go in and out. Twist at the upper part of the leg. Bends at the knee about 90 degrees. The feet can pivot in and out a bit, but due to transformation, that's only there because of the transformation. And Ratchet's head is on a ball joint, though due to the springy nature of that revealer gimmick, Hasbro, playful gimmicks do not make a good toy. It hurts it badly. And lastly, swivel articulation for the hands. That's it. So yeah. Oops. There we go. In terms of what Ratchet comes with, he does come with those little rubbery blades. Ugh. I hope that Dr. WHOO from Henchy Justice Unlimited and TFW 2005 can make new Ratchet blades, because I have seen the work he's been doing, like the Prime cannons. I also think that Dr. WHOO was also working on some Prime swords, and also that Matrix blades look-alike or something with the Matrix of Leadership as the hilt, which actually looks pretty cool. I might pick that up. So in order for Ratchet to use his weapons, you got to take the rubber blades and stick them into the hands like this, so that way you can have knives. Or if you want to be totally accurate to the show, you can swivel the hand down and have Ratchet's hand be transformed away somewhat, so that way you can have his knives from that one episode when he teamed up with Prime to fight off a whole bunch of zombie Terracons. Yeah, watch that episode of the Darkness Rising 5-parter. You'll get a lot of nightmare fuel from that episode. So, yeah. Is Ratchet recommendable? I'd say yes. Ratchet is recommendable. Even though that Ratchet is short-packed, this guy is really fun. This guy is a really fun toy, and I highly recommend that you guys track this down. You won't regret it. Now, I really wish that Hasbro would rework their case assortments around, because it really hurts collectors when we're trying to look for figures like Ratchet. It just seems completely idiotic to short back a dude like Ratchet here for BumbleBee. Ugh. So yeah, enough of my subplot ranting about the short packing of Transformers. So yeah, in closing, this is ZeltraxMillenium saying goodnight and good luck. This toy is highly recommended, and I hope to see you all in the next review, and also at Power Morphicon 2012. And also, just to let you guys know, I do need a few more commissions so that way I can have some extra pocket money. So yeah, laters!